n'était rien et voilà qu'aujourd'hui je suis le gardien du sommeil de ces nuits, je n'aime à mourir.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing my labor and delivery story. I am sorry that it has taken me so long. My last pregnancy video was the 35-36 week pregnancy update. And actually I did film my 37 and 38 week pregnancy update. But the night that same day, I actually went into labor, and then my son was born that morning, the next morning, so I never actually put it on or edited or did anything with it. If you guys do want it, let me know and say that you guys want it, because it's available. I have it. I just haven't done anything with it because then I gave birth. So today I'm going to talk about my home birth. Originally I was going to film my delivery, but I didn't because I was in so much pain. So I'm going to tell you guys everything that happened. So I gave birth on Thursday, January 17th at 2:31 a.m. was when my son was born. But everything started on Monday. This video will be TMI. I will post some video and maybe some photos that I do have. Okay, so this is gonna be very TMI, so if you guys think this is gross, then feel free to not watch this video. So on the 14th, I started showing, I was losing my mucus plug, and then that night I was very crampy. And I was starting to have some contractions, and so I didn't really sleep that night. That was a Monday night on the 14th, and then my midwife came the next morning, which was January 15th. She came like around 9 to assess and do another mucus sweep and to see how dilated I was, and I was actually 2 centimeters dilated by the end of the exam. And then I was having bloody show. And then so my midwife told me to rest and also do some nipple stimulation to try to get labor progressing. So I did do that. I used my breast pump. I could see that that's some colostrum, so I actually kept the colostrum that were coming from the pump. And then on Wednesday was when things really started happening. So Wednesday, the whole day, I was having very strong contractions. But the thing about my contractions is that I was experiencing them mostly in my back. So I was experiencing back labor. But I was timing my contractions. They were so painful that, like, when I was having my contractions, I would literally be doing something and then I would feel it and I would literally fall to the floor and just breathe and like trying to hold my back. I tried taking a walk in my garden to try to progress labor, and I just couldn't even walk. It was, every time I had a contraction, it was just so painful. Like I was with my dogs and I'd be like, okay. But they were really far apart. Like sometimes it was like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It is Wednesday, January 16th. It is right now 6:08 p.m. So for the past 2 days I've been having contractions. They have been getting stronger, and they're getting closer together now. So this could be it very soon. I'm going to text my midwife soon. They are less than 10 minutes apart, that's for sure. They have been for a couple of hours. I've been timing them on a contraction app. I'm in a lot of pain already. Especially for me right now, the contractions feel really tight on my back, and that's what I think hurts the most. I really hope this isn't false labor. I mean, it's been happening since Monday. It's just, you know, it was sporadic, and now it's just getting much closer together. And I'm in a lot of pain. I'm filming this because this might be my labor and delivery video. And if I actually am in labor, I would like it, I wanted to film it, so everything is prepped. Yeah, I just might have to text my midwife. Yeah, I'm not excited for the pain. I gotta tell you that right now. Not at all. But I know that my reward is coming, as my midwife said today. And my reward would be my little prince. I'm not gonna say his name yet. But and then eventually, like, they were between 3 and 6 minutes apart sometimes, and they were lasting for like a minute. And this was happening for a couple of hours. So at around 7 p.m. on Wednesday the 16th, I texted my midwife. Well, I texted her during that whole day, but at 7 I texted her and I said, actually I can check what I told her because I have the text messages. Let me see, what did I tell her? Where are you, Sandy? Here we go. Okay, so yeah, so I texted her, like, I texted her a picture of my contractions. You know, they were like 26 minutes apart, 7 minutes apart, 11 minutes apart. That was earlier. And then she told me you could try some nipple stimulation, you know, and for the back, you know, she was trying to help me with the pain. And then she said also take a walk. And then at around 6:15, I said the contractions have been happening less than every 10 minutes now, but they aren't regular yet. She said stronger. I was like, yes, and longer for the most part. And then she asked me, should I come and stay here tonight to my house? And I said, maybe, just in case. So she was coming at 7. She got here around 7:30. And then by the time when she came and she checked me, I was 5 centimeters. So then I texted my brother, my father, and Sue saying, I'm 5 centimeters, I'm in labor. It was definitely happening, you know, soon. These are, by the way, her notes, actually. So she told me I was 5 centimeters. We then started setting up for the birth. And then Sarah, she called Sarah, who was my other midwife who did all my prenatal care. Sarah came with her 3 kids. She put her 3 kids and like a babysitter in my office. And then by midnight I was 10 centimeters, but I didn't feel like pushing it. They also, she broke my water, so my water never broke on its own. She asked me if I wanted her to break my water to progress labor a little bit. I said yes, so she broke my water. And then, so at 12:15, I did not feel the urge to push. At like 12:30, I was sitting on the table. I was feeling the contractions were decreasing. And then at 12:47, I started pushing. And when I was actually in labor before I started pushing, so for me the worst part was the back pain, and my legs were hurting so much. So Chris was obviously here. He was laying with me. He was I told him to like rub my back, and then sometimes my midwife would also rub my legs. Or sometimes I would ask Chris to rub my legs. And they checked the baby every 15 minutes, the heart rate, to make sure that everything was good. and there weren't any problems, because if there were, then I would go to hospital. Thankfully, that never had to happen because I didn't want that. Okay, so I was pushing at 109 was when the head was slightly visible with pushing. And then they were doing some perineal pressure at like 124. And then at 132 was when it started slowly descending. And I changed position, so I was laying on my back for the most part, and then at 143 I changed to the squatting position, which actually I have a photo of. Like I'm kind of like putting my weight on Chris, who's like holding me up. I look exhausted in this photo, but I will put it in. I did not look good in that photo, but I was in a lot of pain. I was tired at this point. Yeah, and then at 156 I returned to back, but I was also laying on my side pushing. And then at 231 is when my baby was born. I will reveal his name at the end of this video because I never revealed his name at all yet. So yeah, and Chris helped. Like, he started, you know, he was like holding my legs up. But yeah, so I had a healthy boy, and I had an amazing natural home birth, and I'm so happy that I did it this way. I'm so happy that I did it in Haiti. I had my dog Mila with me. Like, she was on a carpet in one of the photos, you can see that. And when he was born, it was an exhausting 2 hours. I mean, it was an exhausting couple of days, you know, with the pain before I went into actual labor. But it's exactly what I wanted. Yes, I wanted originally a water birth, but that didn't actually happen, because my contractions were so far apart, the water would have decreased it even more, and so we didn't want that. But it's exactly what I wanted. I had my dogs, I had my cat with me when I was in labor before, and then when I went into started pushing, I had Chris with me. I had two amazing midwives. I had one of my midwives carrying her baby while I was pushing on her back. It was exactly what I wanted. You know, I wanted to give birth in a place that was safe, and that was calm, and that was relaxing, and that was filled with love. And that's what this place was. It's where my baby was made, and it is where he was born. And I also had my two cats on the balcony. I had my dogs outside, which I doubt, the big dogs, I doubt they knew what was happening, but you know, it felt like the whole family was our little family was a part of it. But yeah, so I am now, let's see, I am now 18 days postpartum. And it's been exhausting. Lack of sleep and everything, and I also got mastitis, which was not fun. I'm on antibiotics right now. I had like a fever for 2 days. But yeah, but it's getting better, so I'm okay. But my home birth was amazing. It was, I don't know, I'm so happy I did it this way, and I'm so happy that, you know, it was an experience, and if I do have another kid, I will definitely do it this way again. I never wanted, I wanted a natural birth. I didn't want drugs affecting my child. I didn't want, you know, anything that was, I did need stitches. I did have a 2nd-degree tear. So then they numbed me down there, but it wasn't honestly as bad as I thought. And actually, I didn't even know I tore. Like, it didn't hurt after. The only thing that hurt were my legs, And then I actually kept my placenta. It's in my freezer. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Ideally, I actually want to consume it, which obviously some people would think it's gross, and that is fine. It's not for everyone, but my mother got hers encapsulated. I know that I can do that because my midwife told me what I can do, how to do it. So I'm not sure. I might plant it. I can do a bunch of stuff with it. So now for the name. My child's name is Avi Ishmael Mitchell. And Avi was born on January 17, 2019 at 2:31 a.m. He weighed 5 pounds and 14 ounces. He was very small. And he was 18.50 inches. So he was small. He's not a big guy. He now weighs, well, from last Monday at least, 6.6 pounds. So he is gaining weight now. But it's taking time. But no, I mean, right after I couldn't sleep. Right after I gave birth, I couldn't really sleep. I felt like so much adrenaline from giving birth, and I felt like Superwoman, to be honest. I mean, you know, I think it's amazing what our bodies can do, and I'm just very proud of my body. I mean, it carried Avi for 9 months, and then it gave birth to him, all natural. A lot of people, however women birth, it's amazing that they're able to do that. I just know what I wanted, and I was able to do it, and I got what I wanted. You know, I always knew I was going to have a home birth. Since I was a kid, I always knew. Because I was born at home, it's how I wanted to do it. It's obviously not for everyone. I know a lot of people who are scared that something might go wrong. But I trusted my body during the whole time. I knew that my body could do it. I had utter faith in my body. You know, I had faith during my pregnancy that my child was healthy, which it was. You know, my midwives were amazing. My midwives made sure that he was healthy. They said he was small, which I knew. I didn't think he was going to be this small. He's small. I thought maybe he was going to be more like 6 pounds. I thought that was small. But no, he was even smaller. But yeah, no. You know, I couldn't have asked for a better birth or a better place to give birth. You know, we did it at home. We did it here, and it would have been so different if we did it in Florida. Which is what the original plan originally was going to, and then we changed our mind. But I'm so happy that we did it this way, and he is even more perfect than I could have asked for. He is completely amazing. You know, I'm exhausted, obviously, you know, from waking up and nursing and everything, and my boobs hurt. But I can't imagine not being a mom. I love it. I love taking care of my son, who's actually sleeping in his crib right now. We do co-sleep normally at night. I have the Snuggle Me Organic, and I put him in that. It just makes it easy for breastfeeding, because I'm up every 3 hours at least. Sometimes 4. Most of the time it's 4, between 3 and 4 hours. You know, so it makes breastfeeding a lot easier since he's in our bed. And Chris honestly falls asleep downstairs in his office, which is fine, honestly. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about home birth, let me know. I'm going to try to add some footage of what I did film in the beginning, and maybe might add the video that I have. But yeah. So that is my labor and delivery story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm tired, so I'm gonna try to take a nap, but I kept wanting to film this. This was really the only time where I had enough energy to do it. And yeah, so please like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and put the little bell notification, and you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. Okay, thanks, bye.